Woo! Hello, hello.
You can talk.
I can talk.
You can talk. You don't have to wait for it to.
Well, I'm just, it's one of those things. Nobody's really watching, so why am I just talking?
Because when they watch the replay,
Oh, they'll hear
it's
it.
just silence.
Just silence. All right. So, hello, hello, everyone. Today is Lunch with Chris, and we are doing Pumpkin Time from Waffle Flower.
It is adorable.
Yeah, pumpkins are one of my favorite times of
So
the
cute.
year. So,
And the overhead view on them, you just don't see that very often.
no. What you looking for, Lillian? So, we do have this bundled. So it is a cover plate. It does not cut them completely out. They're attached in a few places. So, um, that's kind of fun. But we also are going to show you a card where we have unattached them.
I already glued it down though.
That's okay.
Sorry. Kinda helps you out.
So, and then it has a 3-layer stencil that we have. So we have it as a bundle because this doesn't look very good by itself. It's okay as a background, but I'm like, it's just so much better once you add that stenciling. And it's only a 3-layer stencil, so it's not like a super difficult stencil. I have decided that I don't love stenciling. But I loved stenciling today with our new grip mat because my stencil stayed in place without any tape, without any um like you made me lose my
to fit on the card base. So
okay. So without any tape, which worked way better for me. And I also tried Waffle Flower's new blending brushes. So they're background blenders, but because it's only a 3-layer stencil, they're super easy to use for this also. So here we are. This is how it die cuts out. It is literally, you see how they're just like in,
using the background blenders, it is great for heavy-handed people.
which I am. So maybe that's why I'm not as loving stenciling, because I always feel like I push too hard and things move, and this just really helped me out a lot. So I am just laying this in to my Misty but I could have just put it on my glass mat, but
It's already in the Misty.
it was already in the Misty, so then I was able to just go down and push it all down. So now all of my pieces are stuck to my grip mat, and then I can start stenciling. So they listed as, I think you can see, they have one out of 3 it's an orange red, and then they have a yellow orange, and then they have the stems and leaves. So we're going to start with the Pumpkin Time layer 1, and I think
I also want to point out that those are suggested colors. You don't have to do those colors.
absolutely, because you'll see a little bit later we went off book. So
It's no surprise there.
you can look, if you die cut this perfectly, you can lay your stencil over it. I don't know that I did. So I kind of just laying up my stencil with my die cut pieces, how it was die cut. Does that make sense? Can you see what I'm doing?
I could probably zoom in. Let me.
All right, so then I can take my stencil and just literally run around that edge, and you can see how it is like, it changes color. It goes from,
Yeah.
see how it changes color? So
I can see
now
what you're doing.
it's attached to my grip mat. It's not moving. In fact, I have a hard time getting it up. So I brought my pick. So we're gonna do Merlot for, did we use no, we did little pumpkins last time. So I'm going to do Merlot in the big pumpkin, and then I'm going to do a combination of sauna and goldenrod for the little pumpkins. And so Merlot is in the spa family of Catherine Pooler, and it's kind of a purpley red. So I chose to use my purple background blender. And working in the Misty also helps me because there's not a lot of, this one has a lot more empty space where I could start kind of like blending it into my brush and then run. And Sam says, oh, I already messed up.
Yep.
To hold your thumb over the top so you get more of a pressure. So there we go. And then I just go up to that corner, grab some more ink and bring it down. And then I'm going to do a little bit from this end so that these pumpkins have that same kind of color, but maybe a little bit darker on the edges.
Merlot is such a pretty color.
It is. It's kind of a brownish red in my book. I don't know. It's got a little purple in it. It is like Merlot wine, dark. So that, I'm going to put my lid back on and put my brush aside. Now this is where, especially with my nails, I can't necessarily get this up. So I have this fun little pokey tool, pick tool from, I don't know where this one is from, but I know
from Honeybee. We also have it from
Uniquely Creative. So then I just start lifting and voila. And then I hand off my stencil. I think my assistant here is going to give it a little spritz. I have a sip of coffee. I'm still drinking coffee this morning, actually afternoon. All right, so then we have our yellow orange layer, and we're just going to do the same thing and lay it down. And then I'm pushing it down along my edges so that now it stays in place, it doesn't move. And we're going to use, I'm going to do some sauna first. This pad might be a little dry, so.
Looks good.
And so it's just so easy to give it a little brush of color. So, any comments I need to answer?
Yeah.
Alrighty.
So first impressions, really, because it's the first day you're using those. How do you feel about those blending brushes?
I like them. They're a little substantial to hold. So I think that if you have some dexterity problems, it might be easier to hold on for some people.
Getting used to holding your thumb on top, I think, would be...
Yeah, that is probably my biggest thing right now.
It's getting used to using them.
It's getting used to, and I'm just going to add a little.
I love goldenrod. It's such a pretty color.
Look, just adding a little bit of shading around the edge there of each of those little. Now, I'm not going all the way around. I'm just doing a little bit, like a little bit of a shadow. And then I'm just going to go one time over all of it so that it kind of blends them together. All right, last layer. And we do need to have some kind of a container to put these in because none of the blending, look at how cool that looks so far. None of the blending tools will fit. These take up a lot of real estate in a jar, so yeah, we got to come up with a little something to put them in. And then I am just lining up this one. Now they do it as you can do green or you can do brown, or I'm gonna probably do a little bit of both. So I'm gonna use eucalyptus. I'm using everything from the Spa collection from Catherine Pooler today. You could totally use Tim Holtz, and that looks like a kitty cat hair. Looks like I got a kitty cat hair here. And then I also, because this one's got a lot more, not as much space between, I like to use the lid of my Misty to kind of give my brush that little blending, so that when I start on here, I don't necessarily start with like a big brush mark. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I will say when I did, because I did the background of this card base with a little bit of the red, terracotta, sorry. I started in the middle and I didn't get that brush mark, which was nice.
All right, well, I went a little darker, so I guess I'll start on the stencil here and see what I get. Oh yeah, there's much more color. So yeah, I am feeling that I am really pushing here, and I'm not getting that horrible lines that I normally do. So yeah, it is a different feel on holding it, but I think in time I would get used to that. All right, so I'm pretty happy with my leaves. And because I want my stems to be a little more brown, I'm going to go ahead and go in with some macchiato. And just give them a little swirl. And I don't care that I get a little bit maybe on the leaves. That's just going to add a little more texture to them. So that did not really take very long now, did it?
So pretty.
And here again, I'm going to go and lift up my stencil.
Oh my goodness.
So pretty. All right, and then you can use just same little tool to help get started here. And so look at how pretty that is. So pretty. I have a little space that I'm like, oh well, it'll be fine. We'll cover it up with a die cut or something.
The things will come.
All right, so there's, I just need to then clean up my grip mat.
Which she's going to hand off to the magic of TV to do.
Magic of television. All right, and now we're going to work on, so here is one that we did in party dress and cummerbund with, I think it was martini, but I added a little more brown because I wanted on the stem, so we have a little bit of a brown undertone there, so it kind of tones it down. And then we did trim the edges just a hair so that we can have it layered on our card base here. And then Sam has cut an oval, and this does have a little bit of stitching on it, and it's out of the vellum. I am just going to add a little bead of glue right in the center here to hold it down. Like so. And once that dries, it's barely noticeable now, so I think that once it dries, it'll be even less noticeable. And then I don't think I have any foam. All right, I'll take it because I was going to pop up the things and then tuck in. Is that all right? I need scissors to go with that though. All right, so we're using some bicycle tire. This is the 3L, right?
Bicycle tire.
Well, it's big like a bicycle tire, but it makes it it's the most economical way to do this, and it makes it easy.
You can't even see the vellum on there.
I know you can't. You can't even see where I glued it. I am literally gonna just add in the center there because I'm gonna tuck in the little leaves and coffee cups. And you can tear this, but I find I do better with cutting. So, and in here, because we're going to go in here with this in the middle here. So, I'm just adding the adhesive in the middle because I'm going to tuck in my little die cut pieces. So we have the thanks. I'm going to lay this right in the center of that oval. Like so. All right. And it could be done if you wanted to, or I say we need a little bit more. So I'm going to, this one is, what die is this one? It comes as a set. It's an add-on.
With the leaves?
Yeah.
Cozy Icons die?
Cozy Icon die. It came out with this at the same time. So it's from their new release that was on Sunday.
Overlapping vertical links.
And this is the overlapping vertical thanks die.
3 sets today.
3 sets. But I like all the little icons. I mean, that'd be a good addition to add to any of your fall die sets or projects. And so add that there. I'm going to tuck in my little coffee cup in there. And I am doing these flat. For those of you that are waiting for an adhesive order, we did get our Barely Art in today. So
now we have 2 options.
So now we have options between art glitter glue and Barely Art. And hopefully in the next weekish, we'll have our 3rd option in because our Nuvo is expected to be back in stock at the distributor. So then we'll be back in stock for the holiday season and busy card making season. So, all right. And we're going to throw this in here like so. I love working this way. All my pieces are already die cut for me.
Welcome.
And we're going to add in, I think I'm going to do that, but I'm going to add a little piece of, because I want that little cup to stick up at by the lid. So I am going to tuck in tuck about like so. There we go. And there, 1 card done. So cute. Isn't that fun? It'd be so cute to put in a little like gift card to a coffee place. I was going to say Starbucks, but you know what? There's a lot of fun new local coffee shops that are popping up that I would highly recommend checking out that independent little store. All right, so there's one. Then, ooh, then we have this one, and um, Sam has cut me. We've got vellum, so we can add a shadow. Don't know whether I love that. Or we could just do a black, or it's not black, it's a darker brown. We could just do another darker brown shadow behind it on top. And I think I might like go a little over on the sideways. Did you have a plan for this?
For that one, no.
All right.
That was all you.
All me. Oh, thanks.
I had a plan for that one, which you did.
I did.
And there's a slight plan for that one.
All right. I am going to start with my thanks again. And I love that these all die cut as one big piece. Makes it so much more fun and easy to work with.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah. But there are little lines there, so if you wanted to snip them apart, you definitely could. Is that? I guess I think so.
There's more vellum ovals if you need one.
Yep.
More vellum ovals if you need one.
I don't know. I was just gonna try to. I think I was gonna build a little bit of a. So, oh, got some vellum. Got leaves. Got some oak leaves. There's. You have this one would go too. What about the acorns? Oh, alrighty. I'm sure they're over here somewhere then. Let's start with my thanks. Okay, the coffee cups are kind of buried. Well, they are now. So. All right, so what else? So tomorrow is Make and Take Day. And Saturday was World Card Making Day, and we have our wall of cards has been now filled. And staff did a wonderful job with all of those card kits. And we have styles for everyone. All right. I think I'm going to put that down and start arranging. I am, those have already popped off. Okay. And thanks. Okay. And then I am, let's see. Just going to start arranging some little few leaves here and there and see where it takes me. And this vellum one, I think I'll go underneath here like so. And that's a cute little acorn. I think we can add I might add it right up there, like so. And ooh, not a fan. I mean, I love the ginger color, but I didn't use any ginger on here, so I kind of feel like it's not the ideal. Okay, I think that I'm going to start gluing. I can always add more. So I am, and it's really nice is that you can have them be loose. The glue that is holding them down is going to hold it pretty well for you, so you don't really have to, they don't all have to be like glued down in pieces, the whole thing down. Does that make sense? I'm going to add, because the vellum, I'm just going to add a couple little dots and tuck that in. Oh my goodness. You can do it. I know you can. There you go. There. So it's kind of just wispy, I guess is the word I'm looking for. Wispy. And then I'm gonna add a little bit of green. Then let's do this. So you can see that even though we're using just the same die sets, we are creating different looks. There, I'm going to add a little bit of the foam behind my acorn. That piece went a little flying. So add a little. Like, yep, working. Oof. And let's add a coffee cup in there. And I'm thinking I want to do another, oh, I'm going to do this acorn. But this one I think needs a little bit of shading on it. So I'm going to just add a little bit of macchiato. It's a little bit darker than I was hoping for, but I think when it dries it'll be okay. And tuck it in here. And so let's take this up so you can kind of see where we're at. Add and feel like I actually just want one little branch. Don't be afraid to cut them apart.
Estimated in January sometime. Not until January, okay. Probably end of, I guess.
Is there
They're out of stock.
I knew something was funny about it.
So I'm just cutting that one little branch apart and tucking it in so that it's and I
Obsessed.
obsessed. Sam is obsessed.
Well, when my card's running out.
Add that little bit of vellum in there too. There we go. And we're just going to pop this onto a card base and call it good. All right, so we have two finished, two different, totally different looks using the same products. We're going to go with this one. So this one, we actually removed all those little pumpkins from the plate, from the solid. We then laid down the die cut piece and we put them back in place and popped them up when we did it so that they were basically in the same order as they were. It just is changes the whole look of the background. So, and
nope.
This is my thing. This is
ready.
This is the one you had for me.
Yep.
And this one we did with the gold glitter as a shadow. Super cute. We could go back and pop this all up again.
I do have strips if this will be a little easier. If you prefer.
Okay. And like I said, I like to just do like down the center so that I can tuck in all of my little bits. And if I want to, if I feel like I need to add some more foam, I certainly can go back and add it after I've added my extra bits of greenery and whatever's. So. Alrighty. Sam does not have comments up, so I have no idea if anybody is commenting.
Not loading them if they are.
So sorry if we have ignored your comments. It is not loading them on our end. So we'll go back and answer any questions or comments that we need to. All right.
I have tried reloading it. It's just not loading.
And we're going to just put that right about center-ish. And there again, we're going to just go in and tuck our little leaves and bits in. So. And it's okay if it goes over the edge just a little bit because the envelope is just a hair larger.
I'm not using the add-ons on this one so that we have a sample without the leaf add-on.
Okay.
But it's done and it's adorable.
And
did you get acorns? Did you find them? Did you find them?
They're, yeah. But I don't know. I think I kind of want one in here.
Mm-hmm. There's different size acorns. Did you notice that?
I did not.
I think you used all the one size.
I did.
You have one of each of these. That one.
I am just taking a little bit of the leftovers on my brush and giving a little color, a little shading, just a little. There, and feel like I kind of want them like this because acorns kind of grow like that. I used to go around and collect them as a kid. And do we have something? Do you want me to put this ginger with it? It feels too orangey. What do you think? I feel like I need another color.
I like the darker brown. We'll find the things.
Okay.
And also that leaf is 2 different sizes. Another acorn.
It's kind of
That one's
just
gonna have a top.
kind of blends in over there, so I might have to do it on this side with the gold. Like so. This one on the other side.
Maybe you need a vellum leaf on top of it.
Yeah, I think it needs something because it feels like it's too
Same color.
same colorish. There, kind of like it's shadowed.
Cute.
All right,
A lot going on.
a lot going on, but that's okay because sometimes that's just the way fun things work. So super fun, super fun. All right, and then our last one,
I already put it together for you.
Sam has already put it together for us. It
Ready
looks
for lunch.
it looks like she used the oval as the guide and then did the pumpkins, laid it around the oval guide, and then did a little bit of ink blending in the center and then added the thanks. So this one is literally just the thanks with the pumpkin back cover plate and stencil. So
Isn't it cute?
so cute, just all by
cute.
itself. All right, so we have
4 cards. We did 4 cards today.
4 cards today. Well, we're making up for last week because
You're going to lose this pen.
all
Do
right.
you want me to zoom out again?
Zoom out again. Okay, so we have just the two sets, the pumpkins and the thanks. Then we have the 3 sets on the rest of these. So we have the thanks with non-traditional pinks and teals,
I will say I love the thanks. It cuts beautifully.
and then we have the thanks over towards I don't know. I guess we could have done it this way,
It's exact.
so it didn't really make sense to do.
Yeah. I
And
tried
then-
it a couple times, but I'm like, no, it's.
And then we have this one where we did took the white background from our.
It kind of looks like a pile of leaves.
It kind of does look like a pile of leaves. It's really fun. So there we go. There we have it.
Which one's your favorite?
I don't know. I think this one needs a card base because it's just kind of really floppy. It's a hard one. I love that the way this looks with the cutout on the back, and I love that I kind of wasn't on perfect there, so we have a little bit of like a shading shadow in there. So yeah,
I love this one.
but I love the colors of that.
colors of that one.
That one is just so non-traditional, so fun.
And
So
this one was so easy.
and so then we're there again. I love that when you have a set and you can make so many different things with the same group of stuff.
Well, imagine how many color variations you can do, just like non-traditional fall, or
Mm-hmm.
there's tons you can do, like the light grays, so you can do like a white pumpkin look.
Oh yeah, that would be fun too.
And I don't know, there's just a ton of things you can do with this set. That's why I love it so much.
So yeah, so there we go have it. Isn't that so cute? And let us know if you need us to put it aside for you, because I think we have 4 or 5 right
Yeah.
now. So thank you all for hanging out with us today, and evidently it's time to go have lunch.
Yes, let's go eat lunch. Oh, let me put our thing on. We will see you guys on Friday,
Yep, for fabulous.
especially for the induction of our new game. That's Friday.
Yes, actually, yeah. So, yay!
We'll talk about it on Friday anyways. We start tomorrow. Right?
Right.
So come see us tomorrow to get an entry into the game. Thanks for watching.